What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Zebec today, ZBCN. It is the 9th day of December. We have 6 hours, 47 minutes left in this day, with about 0.003 being the price. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. Here we are, up 9% on the day. That's good to see. Completely opposite of the call that I was making, right? From a low here to a high, the expectation was that we'd go down to the golden ratio. And that wasn't a far stretch of the imagination at all. I mean, we were literally crowding the 0.5. We found resistance at the 382. All of it, I don't know why we're moving up. Probably because Bitcoin's moving up, the rest of the market's moving up, and Zebec is just bullish. There's not enough selling pressure to push you down here. So I was wrong, unfortunately. Or fortunately, maybe some of you were hoping that I'd be wrong, and well, your hopes came true because we are moving up right now. Ultimately, you guys all know, we all know that the ultimate path that Zebec is on is all the way up to this 3 cent to 4.5 cent area. You know, something up in here. That's what we're looking for. Something that is a direct replica of this move, but a little bigger. It's very common, and the theory that we have going right now is that we are in the middle of a five-legged pattern, Elliott wave, impulsive wave count, right? From a low to a high here, that's wave 1. This is your wave 2. Wave 3 is going to happen, wave 4, and then wave 5. We're going to be, we're going to be in the process. Can I do this? What is this? Oh, what? Now that's awesome. That's a new feature I have never used. I'm going to probably mess with that in some other videos. I didn't even know that was there. Wow. I feel so silly. There's probably so many people that know this. So silly. We can do so much work with this. Wow. Anyways, that'll make comparing things a lot better. Looking at this, it's kind of wonky, I know, but look up Impulsive wave. Look up Elliott Impulsive wave. It's a five-legged pattern. Typically, in that phase, the third leg is the biggest leg, right? The third leg is the biggest leg. Typically. This was the first leg. Okay? This was the first leg. If the third leg is going to be bigger, which I think it will, that should imply then that we see prices above 2 cents. Now, bigger can be this much bigger, it can be dramatically bigger, it depends, it could be way bigger, who knows, but just something that's bigger than that. If we take a high to a low here, the expectation is that we probably don't stop in this zone or any zone below. So the next zone above would be about 3 cents. Typically with this 2272, with that fib level right there, you don't stop right at it, typically you wick above it. So because of that, I feel like it's completely appropriate to identify the 4.5 to 3 cent area as a price prediction. Right? Leg 3 will likely be bigger than this leg, so we likely don't stop here, so we likely go, because that leg is literally right there at the limits of this fib range. If we break that fib range, where's the next area? It's this 2272. If we wick above there, it's possible we could go to the 2618. This is a perfectly encapsulated area, 3 to 4.5 cents. That's inevitably where we're going. So again, even if we got it wrong on the expectations to the downside, we're still going to get it right overall as far as where this thing's going. Right? That doesn't really matter. Right or wrong doesn't matter. It just matters if you're making money. And I'm pretty sure, I don't want to, I'm not trying to lie. If I'm lying, I'm sorry. But I want to say, and I make like 10 videos a day, so forgive me if I'm wrong. I want to say on my last Zebec video, even though we were calling for lower prices, we still said this was a good area to buy. I'm pretty sure I said that. If not, I've definitely said that at a few points within this area. So even being wrong, you can still make money if you're DCAing, if you're taking appropriate steps to accumulate. It's probably not a good time to accumulate now, but let's look at the short-term stuff and see what we're doing. I mean, we probably do have a little pullback, consolidate, and then we move up. But, you know, in reference to that, what's the difference between buying right here or buying right here? Like, it's really not that big of a difference in the grand comparison to what we're going to do overall, right? It's a great time to buy. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame. We'll zoom out from there. 1 hour time frame, of course, we're going to shift to the Bybit chart now. Good bit of volume at the top there. Yeah, you broke through that. Good bit of volume. You probably do pull back from here. I doubt that you pull back all the way down here. You might find support right there at 00296. Maybe you find support just barely below where you are now. RSI looks good. Looks very good, actually. The stochastics look nice as well. The fact that you rejected that oversold zone, I think, is what set you up for this. Coming out of the overbought zone now with the stochastics. So, yeah, I think you do consolidate here for a little bit. MACD looks great too. I don't think this is the end of this move, but I do think that you consolidate, probably for the rest of the day. I mean, I wouldn't expect too much more movement by the end of the day. 2 hours, 43 minutes left in this 4 hour candle. Pretty massive wick to the upside so far. What's Bitcoin doing? Not so much the same. and a little pump here and there. But yeah, I mean, you're overbought. The last few times that you've been here in the overboughts, when you have found resistance, they have marked relative highs. I don't, unlike this part here, I don't think that we're going to see a drop like this or a drop like this, but maybe some consolidation, right? The thought in my head here is, here we are. We have 2 hours, 42 minutes left in this 4-hour candle. A lot can happen. We moved up, we came back down, we can move back up again. So a lot can happen, but here we are. Here's my thoughts. The last 1, 2, 3 times that we've hit this line or higher have been relative high points for Zebec, okay? Every single time, this was your drop. This was your drop. This was your drop, right? The smallest one, even the smallest one from here, would likely implicate that we go below these levels. So what we're looking for is something different, okay? And something different, I think, ideally, would come not in the form of a drop, but in the form of consolidation. Imagine you find resistance at the same level where every time before it brought you a move like this, but now you consolidate. Now, instead of moving down, you do something different, right? That would imply then that we're moving up higher. That might imply then that we are moving up to this 004 area and above, okay? And inevitably, that is kind of the next target zone that we're expecting is like 004 to 005, something around there whenever we do make this move past these highs here. Looking at the 4-hour MACD, we are crossing above the 0, which is nice. It's actually really good to see. Typically, when you cross above the 0 on the MACD, you see about a 1.5 to 5 days worth of consolidation. It is Tuesday. We could consolidate here around this 0.003 area, little variances here and there, for the next 3 days, 5 days, until next week. It might just be until tomorrow, and then we move up higher, but I do assume that we're going to consolidate, and then we'll move up higher at some point. When we do move up higher, and let's actually look at the indicators first, bouncing off the 40, looking good on the daily. Good job. Beautiful. Okay, that's great. That's awesome. This little red day here, this pivot back down, I thought we were going to go. This got me, but we bounced right off it. That's awesome. Stochastics look good coming up. The MACD also doing good here, providing a false cross to the downside. It got me, man. It literally got me. I thought we were going to go down. I thought that was it. With the stochastics and the RSI, I thought that was it, but this day is exactly, yesterday and today together is exactly what you needed to invalidate the downside. It's perfect. It's genuinely perfect. The RSI, I'm excited for the days ahead. I'm excited for the weeks ahead specifically, but in the short term, we might pull back a little bit. Again, a little bit being the key word. When we do move higher, which that's the expectation from here, more or less, is that we will move higher. The thought that comes to my mind is that from here, we will likely move up to this 0.004. That's your 0.5 area, because we've already found resistance at the 382. We'll probably break through it on the next attempt. Or up to your golden ratio entirely, which is anywhere from about 0.0046 to 0.005. So 0.005, 0.004, anything and everything in between. If you're asking me which way would I lean, right? If this is our box of glory and riches, this is our little glory box up here. Which part of this glory box are we going to hit? I would think that, we're going to hit it all. We're going to fill up that glory box, but we are probably going to stop. If I had to guess, I would think that we would stop at the 0.5. Find support at prior resistance and then build from there. That's my guess. I could be wrong, in which case we just penetrate right through that box of glory and we go right to 0046 to 005, something in there, but that range overall is what's next to be anticipated. That doesn't mean that it happens tomorrow. That doesn't mean that it happens the next day, but it could. Probably sometime next week, but it could happen by the end of this week. It could happen by the end of not next week, but the following week. Soon enough, though. Very, very soon. I would be surprised if it's Christmas and we haven't at least interacted with something in this area, at least something above 0.004. Anyways, I've got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I hope everybody's having fun with this pump. We've dropped a little bit since I started talking, so I'm just going to end the video because I think it's me. All right, I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.